Welcome back to the morning show on Tobago Updates Television, and thank you for staying with us. We continue conversations this morning in studio as we speak with representatives from T.P.A.C. We're speaking this morning with Ojay Richards. Yes, he's the orchestra coordinator in the music department, and Oshun Trim, production assistant in the film unit. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Good morning.
Of course, we're talking T.P.A.C, so we know we're talking about something creative this morning. But before we get into the creative conversation, we have to let the people know a little bit about who you guys are and, you know, the things that are happening there at T.P.A.C.
Okay, no problem. Well, good morning again. I'm Oshun Trim, and I'm actually the drama resident at T.P.A.C, one of, and producer, film assistant. And T.P.A.C is really a multidisciplinary ensemble and a local arts agency tasked with the responsibility of improving the orange economy in Tobago.
Right.
So we have 4 disciplines. It's dance, drama, film, and music.
Awesome, absolutely awesome. And Mr. Richards,
Hi.
the people know you a little bit, but let us know you some more this morning.
Well, my name is Ojay Richards. As many of you may know, I am the orchestra coordinator for the Tobago Performing Arts Company, sometimes music director, depending on what the project may entail. And like Oshun said, we are the multicultural unit of the Tobago, if you want to say per se, the orange economy. T.P.A.C, a multidisciplinary community company. And yeah, today we just come here to promote our summer camp, Creative Calabash. I'll let Oshun speak a little bit more on that.
And you know, of course, because it's a creative thing, you have to present it in a creative way. So the Creative Calabash is not with a C.
It's with a K.
It's K. Creative Calabash with a K. So let's talk a little bit about the camp and what can be expected of participants when they attend the camp.
Okay, so this year is our second iteration of the camp, and it's called Art Explode. It's really about the explosion of art. And we want to stray away from the very stringent and rigorous lesson plans, and we want to involve arts play. It's just about unfiltered fun through the arts for the students or the children. And we found that arts play was very, very important tool for teaching and learning, because it really unlocks the creativity and imagination of the child. And through arts play, it's also going to allow them to enhance their critical thinking skills, problem solving skills, respect, everything, just everything. And we're catering for children between the ages of 5 to 16 through the 4 disciplines I stated a little bit earlier.
And you know, art is a form that you use just for self-expression.
Expression, yes.
You know, we see it in so many disciplines. We see it with troubled children, children who have you know, disabilities. You know, they use art as a form to express themselves.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming or supposing that that was chosen because you want an expression of person when they come to this camp and participate in the different disciplines. How is that going to be translated in the 4 different categories or the disciplines that you're offering through the camp?
Okay, so it's going to be rotational. Each resident, we're going to be grouped into 4 age groups. We have 3 to 7, we have 8 to 10, we have 11 to 13, and 14 plus. It's going to be rotational. So some residents will be doing dance, some music, some drama, some film. And throughout the day from 9 to 3, the students or the children will be engaged.
Absolutely amazing. And of course, you know, the different disciplines. And so is it that all the children will participate in all the different categories?
Well, 11 to 14 plus will be participating in all the categories, but because 5 to 7 and 8 to 10 are a little smaller, they will not be able to participate in the film unit's offerings.
All right. So tell us, when is the camp starting?
So the camp is starting on the 29th and running to the 9th. If you just permit me, I just want to extend a little bit on what Oshun was saying. So it's arts play, but we still have a vision and we still have a mandate to capture from there. I would like to speak to the fact that everyone expresses their talent and their skills in a different way. Not everyone may be a mathematician or whatnot. Our orange economy in Tobago is growing, and we see the talents that's coming out of Tobago, and people express themselves in a different way. And we want to hold into those talents from young and capture these talents from young. We have a lot of talent coming right out of Tobago. Last year in our camp,
And these are some of the photos from
Yes,
last
the
year.
from last year. We had
Yeah.
these kids, they writing their own songs. They coming up with their own music and doing everything on their own. So it gives them an opportunity to explore a different side, a different revenue to come and earn some income in Tobago.
And you're quite right. Tobago is ripe with talent.
Very much so.
Every time we have an opportunity here in this studio and we see a talent, we always support it and encourage it because
Yes.
there's so many talents that go unseen and unknown and
Yes, correct.
unnurtured. And so we welcome this opportunity where the children can find a space where they are free to express. I was looking at
Correct.
some of the photos you had there, and I could see where they're just sitting there and they're engaged.
Yes.
Yeah.
A child could say something,
Yeah.
something as simple as what a child says can be developed into something that
Yes.
expresses who that child
That
is.
is
You're
correct.
right.
We wanted to create that open environment for them to be able to interact and throw out their ideas. And this year in particular, we reached out to T.P.A.C and their multicultural unit, and they are happy and willing to collaborate with us this year. They are sending some instruments. They have donated some instruments for us to work with the students, and they also sent some tutors that will be working alongside us in the music department. We have flute, we have violin, we have drums, and just like we said, like we had last year, we still have them creating their own stuff, creating their own music. And funny enough, we wanted them to create their own folk songs and their own folk music. So we're still capturing and holding in our culture in Tobago while we still expand the knowledge of the students.
That is absolutely amazing, and I really want to see how this camp turns out. In terms of last year, what was the overall outcome? One, in participation and, achievements in terms of, you said they wrote their own songs and stuff like that. What was it like in terms of the outcomes?
The outcome was overwhelming. They didn't want to finish the camp.
They didn't want to leave.
Yes. I think the parents were, I would not say shocked, but they were delighted to see that the talent that their own children would have brought forward. Myself was a little shocked at the talent that they had, because when we threw out the idea of, let's create our own music, let's write our own songs, I thought I would have to be doing a little more guiding, a little more input in it, but they just took it and went with it, and it was a great thing to see. Like I said before, and I can't say it enough, the kind of talent that we have coming right out of Tobago. And you can see that, like when we go to Trinidad or we go abroad and we have competitions elsewhere, you see Tobago is dominant in a lot of areas in the arts industry. And we could see why.
And even when, as you said, we go on different stages in Trinidad and across the globe, and we come out on top, And even when I was in school, when there wasn't this type of, honing your gift and your talent, we were just doing it from our raw talent, no guidance. We were coming out on top. So much more so now when we have the guidance and when we can, kind of cultivate the talent that is in us.
I'm glad that you said that, because we see it, and when it was your time and my time in school, we didn't have that opportunity in Tobago, that we have something that, okay, we see these guys are talented, let's hold on to that. Let's see how we could develop that. And now we are creating that space, that environment for youths as young as, like we said, 5 years old, to notice that talent and work on it and get it better, to push out. So they would have a better opportunity than we had when we were in school.
That's right. Absolutely amazing. So remind us again when the camp begins and what the duration it runs for, the cost, how do you register and stuff like that?
Okay, so the camp starts July 29th to August 9th. However, registration starts, or orientation starts July the 26th, and our showcasing ends August 10th. That's just a culmination of all the things that they would have learned. So it could come from crafts, singing, dance, film, music. $750 is the cost. If they are alumni, they get 20% off. Parents of the .cat fraternity, they also get 20% off, a steal of a deal. Some things that they may need to know as well: lunch will not be provided. So they have to come with their own lunches, or they can send $20, and we have vendors there to cater to the needs of the children. We want them to dress comfortably, modest, but comfortably, so that they're able to move and flex around. And we just want the children to come and have lots and lots and lots of fun.
Now, I'm going to ask a question that might be a little bit controversial, but I'm sure you're prepared for this. Sometimes we weigh the cost. The camp is for a short period. I think, if I calculate right, it's about 2 weeks?
2 weeks,
2 weeks.
yes.
And so with a $750 price tag, how does one justify the cost in terms of the time span for the camp and the remuneration would have to be paid for it?
Okay, so we're really looking at the time, resources, the effort, the labor that the aunties, quote unquote, residents would be putting into the camp. The 750 are just materials that we're going to get for the children, t-shirts, the things that they're going to get in their
And if I could jump
orientation
in,
package. Go
if I
ahead,
could jump in,
Ojay.
there's no price that you could put on what you could develop in.
Yes.
If you invest into your child's talent, if you invest into your child, the coming back into it will be tenfold.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if it were me and I had a child and I knew that my child is not necessarily interested in the other parts of the community and they are interested in honing in on their talent, I would invest $1 million with my eyes closed, because I know where I came from. I know where I came from and the opportunities that I had and the fights that I had to fight to reach where I am. And now we are here creating that opportunity. I would definitely invest in that. So there's no price tag I could put into my development.
And I agree with you, just to answer the question to those that might want to kind of quantify,
Yeah.
so that they have an understanding now as to, okay, the value as
Yes.
opposed to the cost.
Yes.
And so you can see it there, as you mentioned, providing the opportunity,
Mhm.
as well as the materials. It takes time and effort to
time and
prepare,
effort. It does.
especially for different age groups,
Yes,
to get
it
all of them
does.
together in
It
one
does.
space, ensure they're doing and maximizing the
It
time that they
does.
have while they're with you there. So this is happening, of course, starting from the 29th rather of July until the 9th of August. This is the T.P.A.C having their Creative Calabash Camp this year, 2024, the second edition of this camp, and it is open for ages 5 to 16. So those of you who have children in that age group and are looking for something to do in this period, this is the perfect opportunity. Daily, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Registration has already begun, of course, and you can contact them there at the Shore Park Complex to get more information. What are some of the other contact details that you can give in case persons want to get their children registered?
Well, they could reach out to us on our Facebook platform or Instagram platform at Tobago Performing Arts, or they can email artisticdirector@tpac.limited.
Absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. I want to say congratulations to you guys.
Thank you.
And all the best with this edition of your camp. I know last year was a success, and so we're looking forward to the same measure of success, or even more this year, as we encourage more parents to bring their children out.
Thank you for having us.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've been speaking with representatives of T.P.A.C this morning as they speak about the camp upcoming. And of course, if you're looking for something for your children to do, this is a good opportunity, as good as any, or probably better than many. So maximize this opportunity this morning. We have to go for a short break before we continue conversations in studio this morning. And as we go for a break, we invite you to help us share the live, share the live, share the live. We'll be right back.